Good morning. Today's challenge is a 38-kilometer hike in an autumn forest with a subtotal of 500 meters elevation gain. It is 8 a.m. The sun has just come up. It will set again at 6 p.m. This puts me in a time pressure. I have around 10 hours of daylight. And I also want to film and take photos. I'm in Neugraben. I'm heading towards my trailhead. I'll be hiking in a forest area south of Hamburg, which spans over Hamburg and Lower Saxony. I just reached my trailhead. At this point, I already walked 2 kilometers today, so 36 to go. So while filming, I just missed my trail junction, which is here. On the first part of the trip, I'll be crossing this heath area here. I'm in Hamburg South in Fischbecker Heide, and I'm heading towards a forest area south of here, which will be the first of several landmarks today. It is October 24th. The autumn should be in full force, and I'm curious to see what the forest will look like. It is 3 degrees Celsius. It's really fresh this morning. As you can see, we're in a pretty hilly area here. Most of the landscapes around Hamburg are pretty flat. However, this region was formed during the last 2 ice ages, and it's an end moraine. This region was covered in ice until about 10 or 12,000 years ago. The glaciers deposited sand and rocks here and formed this hilly area. So stuff was pushed from the north, from the sea. I'm walking on sand here, and several years ago I actually found the fossil of a sea urchin here, which was probably brought here by the glaciers as well. The trees are steaming. I've never seen this before. I'm following this meandering trail here, which is really pretty. And the sun is so beautiful this morning. Beautiful autumn days are so rare. Looks like we actually had frost last night. I have reached the first of multiple landmarks today, which is the entrance to this forest and also the border between Hamburg and Lower Saxony. The next landmark will be, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it looks kind of like a big opening in the forest, like a square field or something like that. Yeah, it's quite a long way to go. It's 9:40 right now, so I've been a bit slow as expected. So let's keep going. I'm about 6 kilometers into the hike. I'm doing this hike today because autumn. I wanted to see the forest before autumn is over, and I do this hike for training. This is the most mountain-like area we have near Hamburg. I would like to train for mountaineering, and this is the best area there is for this. I'll have a subtotal of 500 meters elevation gain, which will probably make the trail a bit more difficult, but it will not compare, for instance, to hiking up Brocken. I am not sure I'll make it in 10 hours to the end of my trail. So that doesn't mean I will give up. It means I packed my headlamp and flashlight in case it gets dark, but I really hope I'll make it in daylight. It is 10:20, I'm 8.3 kilometers into the hike, and I've reached this field in the forest, and it's just a large opening. This is the next landmark. There are not many people around this morning, which is really cool. Although it's a beautiful Sunday morning, I'm alone here. Alright, let's head to the next landmark. It's going to be a large boulder that made it into German mythology. The forest is changing quite a bit on this trail, which makes it really interesting. This is so beautiful. There are a lot of coniferous trees here with really soft moss on the ground. It's very soft. I just walked on it a couple of meters. You sink in like 20 centimeters. I just found this crazy mushroom here. If you know what this is, please let me know in the comments. It's huge. People I meet here are joggers and mountain bikers mainly. I can imagine this region is quite awesome for mountain biking because of the windy paths and the up and downhill. It is a beautiful morning. I'm really glad I made the decision to go. 38 kilometers will be a record for me. I'm confident I can make it. The biggest challenge today will be to make it before sunset. But well, if it gets dark, what can you do, right? Amazing, it's all still green. I expected the fall to be much further along. Instead we get this beautiful late summer, early autumn vibe. Alright, next trail junction. I'm going to have to head here. Yeah, it appears I'm wrong about the direction. This is not the trail that I picked, it's just really close to it. So apparently there's another trail here, really close. And that would be the correct one. I'm curious where, because I didn't see any other trail. It's really interesting. So there is supposed to be another trail to the left here somewhere. Apparently not here. This is strange. Maybe it's so obscured by the... I can see it. It's obscured by the leaves. Here's a trail. It's hardly visible. Wow. Yeah, that's a danger in autumn actually. It was really close. It's like 20 meters. This is the correct trail. I could have walked the other one though, but I decided to stick to the planned route for today. This trail is so multifaceted, it's so beautiful and so interesting. It keeps surprising me. I planned this trip on an app which is following me on the map via GPS right now. This is how I knew I wasn't on the correct trail. It's pretty useful. There are several really good apps out there. I tried a couple of them and stuck to one of them. If I didn't have the GPS tracking, I would probably just have taken the other trail. I am approaching my next landmark. This is Karlstein. It was named after the King Charlemagne or Charles the Great. In German it's Karl der Große. Supposedly he split this rock in two with his sword while jumping over it with his horse. It does look interesting. He said, "As sure as I can split this boulder in two with my sword, we'll have victory over the Saxons." He was indeed victorious. It is 11:52. I'm about 11.5 kilometers into the hike, which is almost a third of the way, but only almost. Well, that's 4 hours, a third of the way. It will get really close. I'm going to hurry up now. Oh boy, I'm really glad I have my headlamp with me right now. This may be an unintentional night hike today, but I'm still hopeful I can make it. I just have to speed up a bit, right? It's too nice here. Can't just run through this. Let's head to the next landmark, which will be a, I won't say mountain. There are several boulders here, all through the woods, which were carried here by the glaciers. Some of them are really huge, like the Karlstein. It's not, I don't think it's the biggest actually, I've seen bigger, but it looks very interesting, so this is probably why it found its way into mythology. Alright, next trail junction. Let me check my app. Such a nice place, really. And I must say, I really like being alone in the woods. I don't like trails that are overrun, so this is perfect for me actually. And it's close to home. I like these little overgrown trails. On trails like this, however, I'm always a bit worried that the trail just ends suddenly, which sometimes happens. In my app, the blocked trails are mostly marked on the map, but, well, I mean, look at this trail, it's hardly visible. What lovely. I reached the next landmark, which is Hülsenberg. Hülsenberg is the highest mountain in the region. It's a hill with a height of 155 meters. Yeah, the air is pretty thin up here, as you can imagine. There's actually a rock here marking the summit. Here. It has the word Berg, meaning mountain, in it. I don't know why it's called Hülsenberg, but it's quite unspectacular, I must say. Although it is a nice summit. It is a nice summit. It is 1 p.m. I am 16 kilometers in now. I'm not going to take a long break. Instead, I'm going to head to the next landmark. See you there. I made it to the next landmark, which is Hasselbrack. We are actually in Hamburg again now. And Hasselbrack is the highest point of Hamburg with an astounding 116 meters. Welcome to the summit. Not gonna stay there long. It's 2 p.m. I'm at 19.4 kilometers, so a little over halfway. Let's keep going. I have to backtrack quite a bit right now. I took the wrong trail. The trail looked right, it felt right, and it was wrong. So now I have to find out where I actually should have gone, because I didn't notice any other trail. Yeah, that's fun, because time constraints and all. I've been trying to walk faster, but this region has a lot of uphill and downhill. I'm almost back where the junction would have been. You can't make this up. This would have been my trail and it's closed. Great, so now I can backtrack. Fantastic. So I have to replan my route a bit. Good news is I didn't overlook this trail. It was there, it just wasn't walkable. So this trail isn't on the map, but it does go in the right direction. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. What could possibly go wrong? It worked. So this is the other end of the closed trail. The trail I found kind of ran parallel to this, so I'm really lucky. Or maybe this was the new trail. I don't know. Let's keep going. So beautiful here. I'm really happy I didn't have to take this detour. If I hadn't found this alternative trail, it would have meant a detour of at least 3 kilometers. I'm really enjoying this afternoon and I'm tempted to go slower. This would be a mistake, however. I love this place, seriously. The beauty of the landscape is calming me down so much that I slow down, which was not good. But, well, what point is there in hiking if you don't enjoy the scenery, right? The afternoon is transitioning into the evening. I'm running out of sunlight, but the sunlight that is left is really pretty, really warm. It's 4 p.m. now, and I still have a long way to go. A long way to go means around 1/3 of the way. I'm at kilometer 25 now. Yeah, actually that feels kind of good. 2/3 of the way are done, and the rest will be piece of cake, right? I still have sunlight left, 2 hours of sunlight. I just hope that it doesn't get dark so super quickly after sunset, because I don't think I can do 13 kilometers in 2 hours. It is crazy steep here. It's probably hard to see on the video, but this is really steep. So I've been trying to walk faster, but this is difficult if it gets so steep. It's the closest thing I'll get to mountaineering in Hamburg. This looks kind of cool. Cool shadow in the valley and sunlight still reaching the top of the hills. So I still hope that maybe, just maybe, it will not get so dark by the time I reach my destination that I need my torch, but probably wishful thinking at this point. He has all the time in the world. The sun hasn't set yet, but it's getting dark. You can see it's still touching the treetops. Kilometer 30. Last stage of the hike. 8 kilometers to go. The sun will set in 23 minutes. Obviously I can't do 8 kilometers in 23 minutes. However, maybe, just maybe, it won't get dark this quickly. Maybe I'll still have some daylight left by the time I reach my destination. Optimism, guys. 8 minutes after sunset. It's already quite dark. I don't need the flashlight yet, but well, I'll need it soon. I have 6 kilometers left to hike. Yeah, but actually that sounds doable. I'm tired, but not that tired. But I am planning my dinner right now in my head. Dinner and a hot shower. That's what I think about right now. After I debated with myself as to whether or not to use this headlamp, I decided it doesn't help anyone if I pretend it's not already dark. It's 6:20, so it's around 20 minutes after sunset, and in this valley you can see nothing. It's already dark. I can see the sky, it's still light, but here you can from the sky, so there's still some daylight left, but not enough to hike this trail safely. Of course, I also brought my 8000 lumen flashlight. Yeah, so different forest, another night hike, this time unintentional. I'll be sure to link the other night hike video in the description. Go check this out. It was my very first night hike, and I'm really glad I have done it. So this surprise is manageable. Well, it wasn't actually a big surprise today. I mean, it was clear it was going to be difficult to finish this trail in time, because I don't walk as fast as others, because I'm stopping to film. And every now and then I take out my tripod and I take photos with my DSLR. Well, this is an ominous little trail here, but I think I'm on the right trail. Wow, some more uphill to go. Finding the trail in the dark, well, you guessed it, it's harder. There are animals here. I can see them. I can see their eyes reflecting from the darkness. It's creepy. I'm not completely used to this. I think it was just a fox, but I don't know. And I'm afraid that's my trail. Or is it? It's possible. Yeah, I believe it is. I believe it is. But it's a slight detour. There is a bigger trail ahead, which I'm going to take. I just saw another fox. Oh boy. No, it's a deer. Maybe you can see it. Oh, you can see it, I'm sure. It's just another deer. Oh, that's sweet. Alright guys, another small trail, because that's the one I picked, and it's also the one fastest to the trailhead. I don't want to waste any more precious time that I could spend taking a shower or eating a delicious dinner. The flashlight is powering down automatically. It's quite annoying when you want to film. It gets quite hot on its highest stage, but ooh, gosh, more uphill. Come on. This is with just my headlamp. I can see the ground in front of me, also with a wonderful flicker on the video. This is because I don't film in 25 FPS, which I should do to remove the flickering, but it's a really weak light. I can see the next trees, but other than that, this is better. Guys, I love technology. Without technology, without my GPS, I would not have been able to do this trip. I'm just holding my hand weirdly because otherwise you can't see my face. The highway you're hearing in the distance actually means that I'm getting close to my trailhead. Yay! Guys, I made it. I just left the trail and I'm walking next to a road now. I'm so happy. I completed my challenge. It is 7:30, so 1.5 hours after sunset. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my bed now, actually, really. And a shower and the dinner. Yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. That's it for tonight. And I hope I see you next time.